There's not much better in the video game world than a good free game. And the Xbox One has had a rough start. Microsoft paid the price for that in full. However, one of the positive results of them being beaten so hard in the beginning is the fact that Microsoft has decided to get super pro-consumer with their current business model regarding the platform, resulting in the Xbox Game Pass, the improved cross-play support, and an abundance of free-to-play games. What is up, everybody? Chaos here. Today, we're going to be focusing on that last one. These are my picks for the 10 best free-to-play games on the Xbox One right now. No Game Pass. No Game Pass Ultimate. Nothing like that. These are totally free-to-play games on the Xbox One that anybody can download. So let me know if you've played any of these. Drop a like, and away we go. We are going to kick things off with a MOBA from Carbon Games known as AIRMECH Arena. Initially released for the Xbox 360 way back in 2014, before being ported to the PC and the next-gen consoles, AIRMECH Arena is a very unique take on the MOBA genre. It boasts a sci-fi theme that makes the whole thing feel like a giant Transformers fight. AIRMECH also is a lot simpler than games like League of Legends or Dota 2, and the gameplay seems to be a bit faster paced. It allows you to get right into the action as opposed to other MOBAs that often have a pretty slow beginning to the matches. Plus, AIRMECH Arena is available on consoles and League of Legends is not. So if you're looking for a good MOBA on consoles that's not League, maybe check out AIRMECH Arena. Now this next one has a pretty interesting story. DC Universe Online. While the game launched to a somewhat rough start due to mediocre reviews and a kind of outdated business model, it has since adapted with the times. It is now one of the best MMOs on consoles. DC Universe Online has you creating an original character to be thrown into the world of DC Comics and the various locations that the universe holds within it. You can choose to be a hero, or you can be a villain, or even somewhere in between if you want to. And as you play, your skills and powers will increase as you complete missions and interact with famous DC characters like Batman, Superman, and a ton more. In 2014, there were 18 million registered users, and that number has only gone up now that the game has adopted a free-to-play model and made itself more accessible to the modern consoles. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel with post notifications on so you always get alerted when a new video goes up and you can get that elusive first comment. At number 8, SMITE. Now you may not hear about SMITE as much as you hear about League or Dota, but do not be fooled. SMITE is one of the biggest MOBAs out there and currently has over 30 million active players. Released in 2014, it's a MOBA developed by Titan Forge Games and published by Hi-Rez Studios. The team, they wanted to capitalize on the MOBA craze at the time while also making something more accessible to consoles and easier for newer players to get into, as many MOBAs have the problem of being really tough on new people. SMITE has you choosing from a roster of various gods and goddesses and mythological beings to command your minions into battle against another team as you attempt to defend your base from the enemy while also sending your troops out to destroy theirs. The game has been received well and is the most popular MOBA available on consoles right now. And guess what? It's totally free to play, so give it a look if you're looking for something different. Next up is NEVERWINTER, developed by Cryptic Studios and published by Perfect World Entertainment. NEVERWINTER is an MMORPG based off the world of Dungeons and Dragons. That's right, D&D, which is perhaps the most famous role-playing game of all time. The gameplay is based on the 4th edition of D&D, and you start by choosing from 8 classes and making a group of 5 players. The gameplay is very unique compared to other MMOs as the scale is much smaller, just like a game of D&D, and there's a heavier emphasis on the story than what you get in most other MMOs. Now, there have been tons of updates released for NEVERWINTER to help improve the gameplay and the narrative, and right now, it's one of the best games available on the Xbox One. Reviews are a little lopsided due to it having a rough beginning, but now that the game has been patched up and the business model's improved, reviews have been a bit more forgiving. So if you're a fan of the D&D universe, you want something free, try out NEVERWINTER. At number 6, and before you dislike this video, let me explain. Fortnite. Now, it's no secret that Fortnite really has been dropping the ball recently due to various patches, updates, mechs, things that completely destroyed what people loved about the game. However, I also can't deny there are still millions of people who enjoy Fortnite in one way or another every single day. Remember, Fortnite isn't just the Battle Royale mode, it's also the creative mode, which has tons of possibilities, and there are countless player-made game modes for anybody to mess around with. So, while you may not be a fan of the core modes of Fortnite right now, and I get it, there is still a ton of content here for a free-to-play game, and for that, I think it's fair that it earns a spot on today's list. Cracking into the top 5 today, Paladins. Now, this first appeared in September of 2016 on Steam's Early Access program before being ported over to consoles. The gameplay is very similar to games like Overwatch and TF2, as it's a very cooperative hero shooter where you pick from a roster of characters, get to know their abilities, then you work with your team to compete against others and complete objectives. While many have called it an Overwatch clone, there is a bit of a debate as to which game actually ripped the other one off, so I'm not even going to go into that. That's for another video. But as for the differences between Paladins and Overwatch, Paladins is definitely less sweaty and more casual feeling. While some people may prefer one or the other, they're both really quality games and definitely some of the best hero shooters you can play right now. But if there's one thing Paladins has over Overwatch, at least at the moment, it's the price tag. Paladins is free. At number 4, the Fortnite killer. Hold on, wait a second. Apex Legends. Now, I will say, they've been stepping up recently. The squad-based Battle Royale initially launched in February of this year, and while it had a super strong start, it quickly fell off due to a lack of good developer support, which led to a ton of bugs and a lack of content driving people away. And it seems EA and Respawn have been doing their best to listen to the community, even if there have been some bumps in the road with microtransactions and maybe devs saying some things they shouldn't have. The game has been updated heavily with new balancing changes, improved hitboxes for characters, a solo mode, although it's apparently limited, a ranked mode, new areas on the map, and they say there's more to come. Apex Legends had a great opportunity to be the Fortnite killer. While it may not have gotten the job done, it's still a top tier BR game and definitely one of the best free games on the Xbox One. At number 3, Realm Royale. Now I'm going to put my foot down, okay? Now I'm going to say Realm Royale is the most underrated Battle Royale game on the market. I promise this is the last BR game on the list. It was developed by Hi-Rez. It's a spin-off to Paladins, and while it initially was popular when it dropped, it fell off. But it still has a ton of people playing every single day, and there's a reason. Realm Royale features a very long time to kill, a unique class and ability system, and it makes for more dynamic fights. And the game is very reliant on your aiming, which may be a nice break for you Fortnite players who get annoyed with the game's bloom mechanics. It's not perfect at all, but as far as free Battle Royale games go, I think Realm Royale is super underrated. I do. The best part is it has full crossplay between the Xbox One, the PC, and the Switch. So if you're looking for a BR that's not one of the major ones, maybe something with a little bit of originality, give Realm Royale a chance. I mean, it's free. At number 2, WARFRAME. This game launched back in 2013. It was a project by an indie developer called Digital Extremes. It's a sci-fi shooter. It's got average reviews at launch, but that didn't get the devs' heads down. They continued to update the game over and over, listening to player feedback and making WARFRAME the best possible game it could be. Then, as looter shooters became more and more popular, like games like Destiny and The Division started to bore players, many turned to WARFRAME. It was the free alternative, in many cases, even better than the competition. It has a ton of content, very deep gameplay, and a really satisfying gameplay loop, and a very consumer-friendly business model right now. So if you're a fan of looter shooters and you're looking for something that's not the AAA title boredom right now, WARFRAME may be where it's at. There are millions of people playing this game right now. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel with post notifications on so you always get alerted when a new video goes up and you can get that elusive first comment. And at number 1, Roblox. Well, better way to finish off this list of free-to-play games than with a game that is basically 1,000 games in one. Roblox is a creative tool that came out all the way back in 2006 after 2 years of development and beta testing, much like Minecraft. It is about letting the player do whatever they want, but whereas Minecraft is more about world creation, Roblox is more about game creation. Allows you a ton of freedom to make a whole game within itself. People have done some amazing things, such as recreate entire multiplayer games within it, or create their own like Phantom Forces and Theme Park Tycoon. Plus, it's totally free to play, and it has cross-play support with the PC, so you can share your creations and your experiences with buddies on other platforms. So in my opinion, the best free-to-play game on the Xbox One right now, I know I'm going to get made fun of for this, is Roblox, because it truly does have something for everybody and is essentially an infinite number of games wrapped up into one package. And there you go. Those are some of the best free Xbox One games you can go download right now. Don't pay a dime. You have no commitment. Just try them and see what you think. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you soon.